success.
What's up? Welcome to your favorite podcast, The Ain't Shit Show, the home of booze, views, and unpopular opinions. I want to thank you for joining us for episode 121.
Yeah.
My name is Fresh, and I'm one half of the pod gods, and with me is the best man in all the podcast land, my right-hand man, Mr. B. Hill.
Yo, fuck it up. What's poppin'?
B. Tank top action, getting your Joe Button on. How are you?
Swell. Hope you are.
I'm good. I'm good. I had a good weekend. My mom's birthday was on Thursday. Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy
Love
birthday.
you. We had her surprise gathering of her card circle in DC and surprised her. It was outside and, tried to do something. My mom really has not been anywhere besides to like the grocery store and maybe one or two card games like since March, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So wanted to do something for her. She say that my mom is the type where she like, I don't want no party. Just give me the money. Just give me the money. But then you have the party and she's so grateful and see everyone, and we surprised her, and my sister had to get her out the house. My mom didn't know that I was in town, and I snuck in town. I had to go to somebody else's house and cook up and prep, and then we had like an hour and a half to get the house ready or get the outside ready, putting up tents, tables, putting out food, like getting everything ready. Bruh, when you're planning an event, it seems like a very easy thing. Hey, we're going to have some people over. They're going to play some cards and we'll have some food for them and we'll have some music for them. Seems very simple. Like that seems very simple. I do this all the time because I'm a person who likes to host things, right? I like doing shit like that. But it's always something where when I'm in the midst of that shit, I'll be like, fuck, like it's too many moving parts. Like you don't think about like all the small things that go in there. You know what I mean? Like all the things you got to do to make that happen, all the coordination. And then I'm doing it from Atlanta and my family's in DC, and it's just like trying to get my siblings to coordinate. But shout out to my siblings. They did a good job. But it's just like all of these moving parts. But when my mom pulled up and saw everybody, she just broke down in tears.
Oh, that's dope.
And cried. And I've never seen my mom do a happy cry before.
That's dope.
So, and it was like a boo-hoo, like, cry.
She was super touched. That was COVID shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just been so much going on. Like, just a piece of apple pie is a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she was so happy. It made me feel, it made me feel so good. So shout out to my mom, but this is my first time, like going home since this whole thing has happened. Shout out to Delta, because my flight was awesome. I was apprehensive, about flying. But Delta flights were probably at about 30% capacity. Middle seats were empty. They changed the boarding process, which I feel like y'all should keep this process. So they boarded from the back to the front, which makes sense. Like, why put everybody in the front and then have all these people going by? Like knocking people over. You got to wait while people put their bags up and
that makes sense.
all that shit. So they did boarding, from the back to the front. And a nigga like me who got my ticket at the last minute, and I be trying to get the basic flights. As long as I'm by the window or in the aisle, I really don't care. So
where else you gonna be? You said as long as I'm by the window or the aisle. Whatever.
But like on a regular flight, I don't do middle.
That's true.
I don't do middle. Like the rare chance I do middle, it pisses me off. Like
I ain't floating on them. Like I haven't had like a middle seat flight in a while. Well, I haven't had a flight in a while,
but it was great. And, it was, air was flowing through. Like you can feel it. Like they kept it, you know what I mean? Like Delta is doing this thing too, where they change the air filter every single flight, and they're like recycling the air out every 5 minutes or something like that during the flight. So they put all these precautions in place. They give you, they sanitize the plane, but they also give you like hand sanitizing wipes as soon as you walk on. So if you don't feel comfortable, you can wipe down whatever the fuck you want to wipe down. It was just awesome. And I give shout outs to Delta because I have another friend who flew this weekend and flew American. And they said that shit was trash. It was to capacity.
Really?
And it was a long flight. So, I don't know about the other airlines, but I give credit where credit is due, because if shit went left, I would talk about that shit. So you got to talk about shit when shit goes right as well. But, shout out to Delta, man. That made me feel super comfortable. And, I flew into Reagan. Reagan is like completely closed. Like none of the stores or anything besides like a Hudson News where you get like newspapers.
Is that Dulles? Is that the Dulles airport?
No, there are 3 airports in the DC area. There's BWI, there's Dulles, and then there's Reagan.
I think I flew into BWI and Dulles, not Reagan.
Yeah. Reagan is, well, based on, where my family lives. It's right over the bridge in Virginia. Near like Pentagon and shit like that. But, Reagan, it seems like such a huge difference to fly into Reagan. You know what? I've never
Reagan from DC?
Huh?
Is Ronald Reagan from DC?
I don't know where that racist bastard is from, actually.
I don't know.
But they
I'm wondering why he has an airport.
Because he was the president.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. George W. Bush is from Texas, so that makes sense why he has a George W. Bush airport. You know, like a
good airport. Question. I don't know where Ronald Reagan is from, but I don't think he is from DC. Let's see where Ronald Reagan is from. Where is Ronald Reagan from? But there was a statue of Ronald Reagan like right outside of the airport. And I looked at that shit and I was like, dang, he from Illinois. I was just like, yeah, let's take that damn Iran-Contra cocaine 80s crack cocaine statue down. The fucking Ronald Reagan ass. Let's take that shit down. And the statue that's outside of the airport is like super like lifelike. Like it's not like on a pedestal or anything. It's like he just kind of like in mid walk. Look like it looked super crazy to like be the statue as soon as you pull up at Reagan airport or whatever. But the airports are empty. Atlanta airport was empty as well. So like I said, as far as flying is concerned, I don't recommend you go places you don't need to go, but I feel like out of all the places right now, I feel like the airports kind of got to jump on the whole COVID-19 thing because they were kind of the first suspects when shit started going down. So they've been like super sanitizing and all of the like restaurants and shit like that is closed. It's unfortunate for those workers that are missing out on work, but from a traveler aspect, it seems super fucking safe. So
how long is that flight?
Into Reagan, it's about an hour. Into BWI, it's about hour 15, hour 20, maybe.
Gotcha.
But it seems super quick.
Yeah.
Going into Reagan versus BWI. And I usually go into BWI because it's normally a lot cheaper. Cause it's a, bigger airport, international airport. So anyway, that was my weekend. What you do this weekend?
I ain't do shit.
You didn't do shit at all?
Nah. I just played the susu all weekend. I was immersed in my susu, getting money. And I had a headache, so I ain't do shit. So my kids in my mom's house and just cooled out. Watched some movies and shit. Watched a good movie on Netflix. The Old Guard. That shit was fire.
What was it about?
It's like an action flick. I don't know. About like, shit dope. It's like on the homepage. Check that shit out. Shit dope. It's
Who's
nice.
in it? Any notable actors in it?
The white lady from
The white lady.
She was a villain in the Fast and Furious with Vin Diesel in them when they had to go in to get the submarine. That lady, I don't know her name. But yeah, who else was in that shit? That's it. That's all I really. The dude from 12 Years a Slave, the black dude from 12 Years a Slave, the slave in that shit. I forgot his name.
Hey, the slave is funny.
Yeah.
12 Years Slave, the slave. I know you're talking about that. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know his name. Whatever his name is. But yeah, he was in it. Shit was good as fuck. It's like 2 hours. Shit was good. Man, shooting and killing and good little story plot. Some of the shit's stupid, obviously, but just because most movies are stupid at some point or another. But shit was pretty good. So I watched that, and that's it, man. I ain't do shit.
I watched. It was this movie I wanted to see, but you still had to pay for it on pay-per-view called Bombshell. And it has Charlize Theron, Nicole Kidman. I watched it on the plane. Charlize Theron, who I think is like the finest white woman. We talked about that. We talked about her. Then you looked her up. You was like, oh yeah, she all right. Charlize Theron, Nicole Kidman, and another blonde girl. But it was basically about how they took down the CEO of Fox News, who was basically like making blonde women give him head to get to the top.
Oh, okay.
He looked like an old Harvey Weinstein type dude. Like he was super ugly.
Yeah, I think I've seen previews for it.
And it was all right. It was a pretty good movie. If you went to kind of based on true story type shits. But it was, the funniest part to me was when he was trying to plead the case that he wasn't like a fucking sexual predator. And he's talking about one of the ladies who accused him. It was probably like, like 20 years ago or something. And he was like, I didn't always look like this. I could get women. I didn't always look like this.
I want to say I've seen that part.
Cause
so
that nigga, I think it was John Lithgow is the guy who played, John
Lithgow, my nigga though.
Yeah, John Lithgow looked a fucking mess now. Like he played the fuck out that role. Like he's fucking
he
disgusting.
Old as shit. He been old.
Yeah, he been old, and like he like.
When he
bad.
played the damn when he was in Dexter, that shit was fire. When he was the other serial killer and shit trying to kill Dexter, that shit was dope.
I used to watch Third Rock.
Oh,
did you ever watch that?
Nah.
He was in that. That was one of my favorite sitcoms, Third Rock from the Sun. That was a good movie. And then on the way back, I started watching that Tiffany Haddish movie with it's called Like a Boss with I cannot think of the Hispanic lady.
Yeah, I know
the
you're talking
Hispanic
about.
chick?
I ain't seen it though, but I know you're talking about.
Yeah, I started watching that, but listen, I'm always rooting for black people. I want black people to get money. Tiffany Haddish can't act though. She just played Tiffany Haddish.
You know how I feel about Tiffany Haddish.
Tiffany Haddish. She's so Tiffany Haddish. I mean, I saw this movie called The Kitchen she was in where her character was a little bit different. But it was still like very like Tiffany Haddish. She plays like the ghetto black friend and shit like that all the time.
That shit is lame.
Which is very Tiffany Haddish. But if it's free, I'm gonna finish it up because I want to know how. I only got into like 20 minutes of it before my flight landed or whatever. But I saw a post. Speaking of movies, I saw a post. And I wanted to ask you this question. It says, you have a movie about your life. Who is playing your mom?
My mom?
Yes. Is it
Felicia Rashad?
Okay, she wasn't the choice.
Oh, it's choices?
Yeah, she got choices. But that was a good one. I would like her to play my mom too.
She look like my mom. She pretty as shit.
Yeah. Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett. I saw your mom. Your mom is very, very pretty.
Thanks.
Angela Bassett, Loretta Devine, Jennifer Lewis, Lynn Whitfield.
Lynn Whitfield, she's from Baton Rouge, so would kind of fall right in line there.
Okay. So you think she can act out your mom?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lynn Whitfield. Yeah. I like Lynn Whitfield. And she's from Baton Rouge. Not that my mom's from Baton Rouge, but she lived there for a significant amount of her young life. So, yeah. She actually knows Lynn Whitfield, as a matter of fact. Like, she used to, shit, I forgot what she used to do, but she used to like work with Lynn Whitfield in some capacity. I don't know how, but yeah. So,
dope.
Not on no acting shit, but I forgot what they used to work like on Lynn Whitfield's come up type shit.
Oh, so like she worked with Lynn Whitfield, like when Lynn Whitfield had like a regular job or some shit.
I guess. I mean, my mom's not an actress, so I would imagine so.
Yeah. Like she could have been an actress, but like worked on the movie set or some shit.
Nah,
like
that.
You're like, nah, mom didn't do that.
Yeah, my mom didn't do that.
I said Loretta Devine. And that's because like Loretta Devine kind of reminds me of my mom personality wise, based on the moms that she play on TV. Like she like the sweeter of the four ladies. Yeah, Loretta Devine, she reminds me of my mother, and like she can turn up, you know what I'm saying? But like the other ones could definitely be my aunts for sure. I definitely have some Jennifer Lewis aunts, some Lynn Whitfield aunts. Yeah, they could definitely play my aunts in the movies. Who would play your dad? I don't have any choices for that.
Cedric the Entertainer.
Really? Mm-hmm. Cedric the Entertainer.
Yeah, he looked like him and shit. Like it's my stepdad, but like one of my best friend, he'd be like, he always call him like, his name Herman. He was like Herman the Entertainer, like, cause he looked like him. And he always got like little fucking slick little jokes and shit, and mad like, you know what I'm saying, comical and shit. Like, and he'd be sharp, he'd be dressing and shit. And it definitely said the Entertainer.
Hey, that's a good one. That's a good one. Actually, I think Cedric the Entertainer, personality wise, probably wouldn't be too far off from my dad either. I will also say, I just had him at the, if he were alive, I would say, it's funny because we both picking comedians, but I was thinking like Bernie Mac or Robin Harris. Just because of what they say and how they say it and how they don't give a fuck about saying it. Like my dad was one of those dudes who, he could say anything, but you would laugh with him. Like he would say like insults and shit. And the shit would be funny as hell. Like you can't help but to laugh at the shit. You know what I'm saying? So, that would be funny. That would be funny. You watched The Chi? Did you watch The Chi? I did. What you think about this season so far? What you think about that last episode?
I like it. I mean, it's just cause it's black, like certain parts. Yeah, I like it. Like I thought it was going to be old girl that was dead. I knew it, but she wasn't. I'm glad she would. Spoiler alert if you haven't, watched the show, this season, but yeah, I mean, it's cool. I like the season. Yeah, it's dope. Yeah. I mean, it's very well written. You know what I'm saying? Like I always like Lena projects and shit. But yeah, I fuck with it. It's dope. I can do without, I will say this, I can do without like celebrity star guests, like shit. Like it's mad good actors that are actually actors and are good at what they do. Yeah. And I guess I don't know, like, and I'm speaking more to like Lala and fucking Candy. Like they don't do good jobs. Like it's mad good actresses that could fill those positions and help take that shit to the, you know what I'm saying, next level, just because they're like personalities and they have stardom, which, you know, I don't know if that like helps propel the show anymore, but I don't think so, because there's mad like nondescript actors in there that I think do a very good job. Like Emmett's mom, she does a good job. But fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just, I don't know, man. Because Lala just isn't a good actress, and Candy.
You don't think she do a good job? You don't think either one of them do a good job for those particular roles?
They can get somebody that's an actual actress though that can do better.
But like, do those people have 10, 15, and 20 million followers to bring to your show though?
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the only notoriety they give. But shit, I mean, so what? Like, I'm not, like, I don't watch the show because Lala's gonna be on there. Like, it's cool that she's there, but it's not like, oh shit, if she was like, if they kill her tomorrow, it's not like I'm not watching the show anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's not an integral piece of the show.
But are there celebrities that are not actors that if they were on a show, you would support just because they're your peoples? Like, people you like that.
I mean, I might check it out, but it's not like, yeah, I don't know.
That's all they need.
Yeah, I guess
is for you to check it out. I see it from a business perspective. Now, for me, I think that
takes away from the integrity of the show a little bit. I think it's like you're kind of reaching.
I get that, and I've definitely seen shows in the past where, like Empire.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like the first season of Empire was cool, then it got popping, then everybody named mama was on Empire. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And I really stopped watching because.
But then like Entourage, which is dope. Like it's what like you got mad celebrities that come in there, but it's like cameo roles, not to the point where they're like like featured. Like, and it might be.
And they're kind of playing themselves a lot, right?
Yeah, and I'd rather that. Like I'd rather you just be yourself because it's like I don't know, man. I mean, shout out to Lala. She's doing a good job in terms of acting because she's getting multiple roles and shit. And don't let me be the hater, but I'm just talking about like from a grand scheme. Like, I don't know. She like isn't like it. She's never going to win it. I don't think she'll get an award anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? For her performance.
Gotcha. No, I don't think
saved her 5 little fucking lines.
Hey, I think Candy and Lala fine, and I think that they.
You think Candy's fine?
I think Candy's, I do. I do. Candy has a lot of personality to me, and I think that she has a lot of hustle. Like, I think like Candy, even though, she's a singer first, I think that in a songwriter, you know what I mean? Like she making money so many different ways, entrepreneur, and all of that. But Candy is a fucking hustler. And she always making moves, and I admire that about her. I think she is probably the top, if not the top, like in the top 5 people I would put in the reality star category of like actually using their platform to make fucking money. Besides going on there just acting fucking stupid. You know what I mean? So I have a lot of respect. I have a lot of respect for Candy and her hustle. And I watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, and every season she's selling you like 2 or 3 things. And so that also causes problems in her marriage because she's so ambitious. But I saw on season last year, or last season, because it wasn't last year, on the last season where she was saying she was auditioning for this role. And if I'm not mistaken, I think she was supposed to be Homegirl's girlfriend. That was the original role.
Who's
the wife of the missing girl.
Oh, okay.
She was supposed to play the gay character.
Oh, okay.
And that I don't think that worked out. So maybe she got this role that probably fits like a little bit better. So Candy, Candy's always selling things, but I found it very interesting this season is that, Lena has upped the like rainbow aspect
that shit gay
of the show. Like now, how you feel about that?
I mean, it's Lena Waithe. She gonna let you know that she's gay as fuck, and she's, you know what I'm saying, she with all the gay shit. I don't know if the storyline for Luke James's character, I forgot it. I don't know his name. Like, I don't know if that's like
Tighe, I think is his name.
I don't see. Maybe it goes somewhere. I don't know. But I don't know. It's weird. Not weird, but I didn't. It was like I was looking like, yo, is that a dude? Like, yeah, but it was a dude. So it's like, that's an ugly ass girl. When I was watching it, and my wife was like, nah, that's a nigga. And I was like, nah, that ain't no nigga.
Somebody else put me on, and I feel like my fucking gaydar is on 1,000. Like I could sense it, but it was pointed out to me.
Yeah. I didn't, it took me a second. I was like, that's a fucking nigga. I didn't know though. It took me a second, but
the voice is what got me at first. And I text somebody like, I don't like this bitch voice. Cause it sounded like a fake voice. It didn't sound like the way somebody talked. Mm-hmm. And then they hit me back and was just like, dog, I think that might be a transgender. But we bust out laughing. I thought like the shit was a joke. And then when I saw the next episode, I texted him at like 3 a.m. because that's when I watched the shit. I was like, yo, you was right. Like, that is a dude, but it was like the jawline for me. And then the fact Adam's that apple. He didn't have no curves. I didn't even see the Adam's apple. You saw Adam's apple?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, now you're going to have me looking next time.
It was like, it was a size. I was like, oh shit. It was like when they was in the kitchen. I was like, cause that's when, before they went to the shit, she was like, that's a dude. That's what she was like, that's definitely a dude. And then like I was looking at his hands and shit. Like from that point on, I was like, oh yeah, that's a nigga.
Yeah, I find that very interesting. That's why they said they killed off the other character, the other brother, because he wasn't willing to do that role, and so that's when they brought in Luke James. But I don't know, like I understand art, and I understand you are an actor, so you have to take yourself out and play, this character. And I think that, I'm looking at like him with like her on his lap, and then like they like making out and shit. And I'm like, okay, Luke.
Yeah, I can't do it. Like I couldn't do it. That's just me. Like, and nothing against whatever, but my morals couldn't be compromised for $1. Like, I just personally, like, but he very well could be, he might be gay, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you have to, well, he is gay. If you kiss a man or whatever, transgender person, like, I feel like you have some type of, homosexuality inside you, and that's fine. But personally, like, I couldn't.
You don't think somebody can just be a good actor and just not give a fuck about some shit like that?
Nah.
Like, it's worse things that you could do besides kiss somebody of the same sex.
Yeah, I mean, I can't kiss up another man. That's just me though.
Right.
So I feel like you're gay if you have any type of inkling to kiss another person of the same sex, and that's fine. It's okay.
So you're an actor, and they like, here go this $1 million check.
Nah, I'm straight.
You gotta kiss this dude, and you're an actor. Like, you're an actor. Not like you just a regular nigga.
My morals ain't for sale. Like, I just, you know what I'm saying? Morally, that shit just is, I can't fuck with it. That's just not for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it.
Yeah. I mean, to each his own. I personally don't think that you're gay if you're an actor and you do that shit. Now, kissing and doing shit like that is one thing. Now, if you're doing porn and shit like that and you're getting penetrated and you sucking dick and you doing all that, if you have.
So what if you have a sex scene? Like, even if you're obviously not having sex, but like.
Yeah, it's a scene. It's fantasy. It's just that. For me, I don't care, but I'm a woman as well. Like, I don't, it ain't that deep for me. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't that deep. It's just work. Now, if you actually fucking, you're a woman and you're having sex with another woman and you eat pussy and you doing all this other shit, I feel like once you do something that brings you to climax with the same sex, that you're gay. You're bisexual. You're bisexual. Like, I don't give a fuck if it's you, a nigga, and you jerk off to male on male porn and you've never actually had sex with a man before. To me, you're still gay. This is what turns you on. This is what gets you to climax. You just haven't had the balls enough to go forward with it in real life. If you are a woman and you think it's fun to fucking eat your friend out and do all this shit and then be like, oh, I ain't gay. No, you gay. Everybody's gay. If you do something that leads you to climax more than once, and I do say more than once, because I think. So
if you suck a nigga dick and you don't nut and he don't nut, are you not gay?
That's a sexual act, though.
Kissing.
So yeah, if you put your mouth on someone's private parts more than once, you're gay. Yes.
So if you kiss a motherfucker that's like more than once, like.
But it's a difference between you having the desire to do that and you being paid to kiss. Anybody can kiss. Anybody can kiss. Like, kiss people all the time. Like, that's nothing.
So what if you get paid to suck a nigga dick and you're a man?
That's a sexual act. You have to. Yeah.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
So if you like tongue kiss a man, that's a sexual act. Like, if you're in passion, like a passion kiss, like that. Is a sexual act, right? Like, because most people kiss when they have sex.
No, because then that says if you're an actor and you are a man and you kiss another woman and you married, that's cheating. It's just fantasy. Okay. Like, if there's real live sex going on, like something that is a clear sexual act. Kissing to me is not a sexual act. Like, you can kiss anybody. Like, literally, like, kiss anybody. And and not be anything. You could play fucking truth or dare and kiss somebody, and it's not nothing. But if you play kiss truth or dare and you suck a nigga dick or something, that's gay to me. This is only my compass.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, this is strictly Fresh's opinion and view of the world, which does not mean anything to anybody but me. So, like, you gotta take that with a grain of salt. But I get what you're saying based on, you know, your ideologies and things like that. And, you know, I dig it. But I feel like the
like
core of like acting is being someone else, or being someone that you're not. I couldn't be like a molester, like a child molester or some shit, and like be like touching, fondling kids in a movie or some shit. I couldn't do shit like that. Like, that shit would be, that's like my moral compass couldn't get with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just my morality. I can't do like shit. So you couldn't be in a movie about like a child molester.
I couldn't be one, like, and be like fondling a kid or some shit like that. Nah, I couldn't. I guess that's why I'm not.
So basically, right. That's why you pick the jobs that you pick. And that's why we pick the jobs that we do. Cause it's just like that. Like, just take like on a very basic level, like when we're talking about like each other's jobs and shit like that, or you're just talking about jobs with your friends, you'd be like, shit, I couldn't do that shit. You know what I mean?
Like, I could be the child molester in The Shy, right? Where he's not like fondling kids or some shit like that. You know, the one that, the white dude in the most recent episode. Like, as long as something to that effect, yeah. But like, in terms of like actually doing some like, you know, undressing a kid or some weirdo shit like that shit, nah, I couldn't do that.
Do they really be showing that?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I'm thinking about TV. Like, do they show that deep? Like, they might show the kid undressed, but not like, or they might insinuate like what happens. But like, I don't think they're actually showing a nigga literally fondling a fucking child.
I don't know. I hope not. I'm just saying. Like, that's like how, you know, to liken it to something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't just, morality wise, I couldn't do it.
I think men, and more specific, black men, try to have a lot of rules around their art, which is fine. However, you can't get mad at the black men who have evolved beyond that. Like, it's a lot of men who are upset because a nigga wear a dress or a nigga do like certain shit. But it's also like Eddie Murphy wore a dress, Martin wore a dress. Ricky Smiley wears a dress. Like, some rack of niggas out here that wear dresses. And it's acting. You know what I mean? Like, that's their art form. Acting is literally becoming someone else. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's becoming someone else. So, if you don't want to become someone else,
why be the same thing? Everybody got boundaries. So if you don't want to, you know, cross that boundary for whatever that is in your mind, then I support it. Like, I support
it too, but you gotta respect, not you, but you know, you have to respect someone else's, someone else's boundaries where they have that freedom and they are cool with themselves enough and know themselves enough to know I could play this role and not be gay. You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
But you know, I feel like you should definitely do, you know, whatever works for you. I think that this season, is full of a lot of, gay characters. I'm interested to see Lena's role and how that role goes.
She bodied that fucking speech though. I know that.
She did. She
had me ready. Like, goddamn, where you at? Where you on the ballot at? That shit was hard.
It was two scenes that had me kind of like turned up. It was that scene with Lena, and then it was the scene where the mother was walking up to see that girl.
Yeah, that shit had me pulled now. That shit was suspenseful in a bitch.
That shit kind of broke me because I was just like, I can't imagine. And it's crazy because we just reported last episode about all these children that died. But it was something about that scene, and I was just like, I couldn't even imagine being a parent and going to identify the body of your child.
Yeah, shit trash.
Like, that is, Ooh, like that's some different type heartbreak right there. Like, especially like your child, not even like your adult child. Your child gonna be your child forever. But when you think about like your young child, like this girl is 17, 18 years old or 18 years old, ain't really lived life yet, ain't experienced no real shit yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, God damn, like, I think they gonna find her. You think they gonna find her?
Yeah, she ran away.
You think she ran away?
Mm-hmm.
I definitely don't think she ran
just
away.
Ran the fuck away.
Because she had that shit going on, like she was scared. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know, because she was scared to leave Chicago and shit like that. So, I don't know. I don't think she ran away personally.
I think she ran away. I don't think somebody abducted her.
I think somebody abducted her, and I think they're probably going to find her towards the end of the season. And the next season is going to be about how she's dealing with that trauma. That's my prediction. That's my prediction.
I like Kev. Kev, my little nigga. That little nigga got heart. That nigga ain't no pussy worth a damn. Kev a real nigga. And I like the evolution of bro with the dreads. What's bro name?
I know what you're talking about. That's crazy. We watch shows and can't think of these characters. So many shows.
It's Papa and then this other nigga. Damn, what's bro name?
Papa, Kev, and
I don't know, but I see his hustle. He got that hustle and ambition, like he, being able to put two and two together and shit. That shit hard.
Yeah. How you like the little puppy love between Kev and the woke little black sister?
Oh yeah, I fuck with that. You always need a good woman on your side.
That's dope. I like how it's like this dichotomy between Kev and a little guy with the dreads we were just talking about. And like, I like the fact that like Kev and Papa kind of give a shit about women. You know what I mean? Like, they give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like that's how you have to fucking raise these children nowadays. Cause there's so much fuck shit going on and fuck nigga shit and fuck boy shit going on. Like, don't you want to have a fucking respectable ass son? Like,
I like how Papa's dad is in the shit too. That's his real pop.
Yeah. That's his real father?
Mm-hmm. You look at him, awesome. He looks just a lot.
That's awesome. I didn't know that at all. What do you think? What's your predictions with, Duda running for, mayor? You think he gonna get that shit? And do you think his plan is?
He gonna get smoked if he do win it.
Shit, that's what you think gonna happen?
For sure.
I think something gonna definitely happen between him and Lil Youngin with the dreads. I think he's going to find out something about like what the master plan is. Mm-hmm. I think it's a little bit more. You think he gonna be the one to smoke him?
Probably.
That would really be a plot twist. I can't say I didn't know where this was going to go. After Homeboy left, after they killed off sexual predator Homeboy, Jason Mitchell. Mm-hmm. I didn't know how the season was going to go, but I do feel like this season is a little bit more layered.
Yeah. Let's have an appreciation for Emmett's old lady too. She's fucking fine. And she sell bud. Oh yeah. She a cool little bird joint. I like her. Yeah, she dope.
I like her. I think she gonna cheat on Emmett. Probably. I think he gonna have to deal with that. You think he gonna fuck Lala?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You think she gonna find out?
Yeah, she probably, Hell yeah. She probably gonna catch him in the act or some shit. And then like go crazy on the bitch and probably like beat the shit out of Lala or some shit. And then she gotta go to jail and Emmett he's stuck with the kids. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She gonna have a bud on or some shit. She gonna get locked up for the bud. Something like that.
And he gonna have to take care of them. Why we haven't seen any of Emmett's other kids? Like this nigga got like 4 or 5 kids.
Emmett, my nigga, man. He trying to do right. Shout out to his fucking piece of shit dad. He is a piece of shit.
His dad is a piece of shit.
He is a piece of shit. Like, goddamn.
I love this Bluetooth. I love the Bluetooth, bro.
Yeah, that's how you know he's a piece of shit.
Nigga with a Bluetooth.
Nigga got a whole fucking piece of shit fit.
The piece of shit starter kit. The
crazy.
velour sweatsuit. The fucking the Bluetooth, the old school Bluetooth earpiece.
Piece of shit.
Hey, I thought his mother was going to be on this episode. His mother was not on this episode.
Yeah, she must have been out of town. They was fucking. They was fucking good. I'm like, oh yeah, she's going to pop in like, boom. That's what I would have wrote that shit in. That she pop in on that motherfucker.
I think homegirl going to get pregnant.
She definitely about to get pregnant. She going to go to jail and be pregnant. All in the same.
Boom. Here's my prediction. I think she's going to cheat on Emmett. I think she's going to get pregnant. I think she's not going to know who's the father of this child. And that's going to lead to all of this tension. Shout
out to Tiffany. That's my boo. She fine as shit.
Shout out to B's boo Tiffany. They found some remains, human remains, in Joe Exotic's alligator tank, cage, wherever the fuck you keep alligators. My prediction, that's Carol Baskin's husband. And Carol Baskin put those remains there to set up Joe Exotic.
Them shits ain't gone. Like, I think been dead for mad long.
Yeah. Well, first of all, we have to take into consideration that they may have not always been there. They could have been planted there.
That's true.
In more recent times. And this could be a body in which Carol Baskin has hid somewhere where she has all the bones and shit. I don't know. That's my shit. I don't know who these human remains belong to, but I was like, goddamn, plot twist. Like, this is a weird story that just keeps expanding.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just fucking weird shit. The Redskins are actually changing their name.
Yeah. Did we talk about that last show?
All the protests, but it's official now.
Yeah,
we talked about that last show, but it's official this week. I'm not sure if we talked about it last show, but I know I saw this week that like it's a go. Like they don't know what the name is going to be. Again, I feel like this movement, shout out to everyone who is a part of this movement and changes that are happening. We got like the Karen Act that was passed and which makes it illegal. Damn, I don't even remember the state where it makes illegal to call the police.
That's in New York.
Is it New York?
Yeah.
Probably. I think that's dope. I think that this being from DC and having several arguments about the name Redskins, not only were they my rivals because I was a Cowboys fan, but I'm like, niggas, you can name like teams after like animals and shit like that. You can't name teams after fucking people. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like the fucking Braves need to follow suit. The Indians need to follow suit. Like, you can't call like the damn Minnesota black people the fucking like.
Well, they got like Vikings, so I don't know. I mean, I feel you.
Are Vikings real?
Yeah,
like today. Like Vikings, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
It's fucking the whites that have pillaged and plundered and fucking caused fucking havoc and destruction. You talking about those whites?
No, I'm talking about
because they're still they're
so they're all Vikings, pretty much.
Correct. What are you talking about? Like I said,
they're all Vikings. Still real?
Yeah, they've been doing that shit forever. Back in Iceland and Greenland and fucking in Greenville. The fuck.
Yeah. That is very true. Yeah, but Indians are like real people who are like living like right now. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, that name should have been changed. I don't know what they're going to change it to. It's going to be super fucking interesting. I'm ready to see how that pans out. People are already talking about their Redskins memorabilia and how it's going to be worth money and all this other shit. So save your Redskins bullshit. You may be able to get some money for it like 20 years from now, some shit, 10 years from now. I'm sure all the shit about to sell out though. Like everything Redskins related is probably about to sell out. Um, yeah. You ready to get into, you ready to give a black fact?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Hold on.
While you're doing that, I want to, give a rest in peace to Naya Rivera, of Glee and a bunch of other shows. She's been famous since she was a child. Family Matters, others. She was found in, Lake Piru. She drowned. They found her 4-year-old son in the boat that they rented. And, they saying that she saved her son, but was unable to save herself. The son reported that his mother never got back on the boat. Allegedly, she pushed him on the boat and he had a life vest on, but unfortunately she did not make it. She is also the ex-girlfriend of Big Sean. And I want to say rest in peace. This is a very unfortunate, situation, and, prayers to that baby, that is going to have to live without his mother and have that be the circumstances in which she passed away, saving his life. Sure, he's forever grateful. But rest in peace to Naya Rivera,
For sure.
and her family and loved ones and anyone who, fans or whoever was impacted by her death. Rest in peace.
For sure. I had no idea who she was, but definitely rest in peace to her.
Yeah.
But yeah, my black
You don't
fact.
remember when she,
What?
you don't remember she was Big Sean's ex-girlfriend? She is the reason,
I'd heard
he
about
wrote
her,
the
but I didn't know
song,
who
I
she
Don't
was.
Fuck With You.
I
Okay.
didn't know. I had never seen her.
Yeah, she married another nigga on her and Big Sean's wedding day, which was crazy.
Oh yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, that was wild. But let's get into B's Black Facts. Skibbity bee boop boop. B's Black Facts. Hit us, B.
I wanted to do this one last week. I did the Lisa Leslie because it was her birthday, but this one on July 5th, 1975, Arthur Ashe made history of becoming the first African American male to win the men's single title at Wimbledon. At Wimbledon, defeating Jimmy Connors. In 68, he became the first black man to win the U.S. Open. 2 years later, he won the Australian Open for his second Grand Slam title. And in 72, he was a co-founder of the Association of Tennis Professionals, the Union of Male Players, and later served as its president. 3 years later, he beat heavily favored Jimmy Connors to win the singles title at Wimbledon, making him the first to ever do so. Obviously, we've since bust up in that motherfucker a couple different times with a couple of different beautiful black
Factory.
women. So yeah, I just want to shout out to him because that was, history, and Arthur Ashe is one of the illest, to ever do it. So shout out to him.
Shout out to Arthur Ashe for, breaking down the doors for your Serenas and all your other, black tennis pros. That was dope. You ready to get into some litter shit?
Yeah.
About to get into some lit or shit. Lit or shit is our listener letter segment, where we talk about all the fuck shit on your timeline. What are you drinking? What are you doing? Are you on anything?
Nah, I'm just chilling. I smoked a little weed earlier, but I'm just drinking water right now.
A little pot and a little water. I'm drinking a little wine, and we're going to talk about this shit now. We gotta get all of these arrests this weekend and the fuck up out of here. I don't know what's going on. People losing their minds. I think this pandemic is having an effect on people. You would think that it wouldn't be much to talk about since there's not much to do, but there is always shit to talk about because motherfuckers is always on some shit. So, there was a house party at Kendall Jenner's house in the Hollywood Hills, that broke out into some violence. Parties on Saturday night. Violence broke out early Sunday morning, which ended up with Tory Lanez being arrested on a gun charge and Megan Thee Stallion with a bloody foot. The incident began at the house party and then proceeded to be an argument inside of the SUV that was driven by Tory. Allegedly, there was also another female in the car. There's like limited information, but Tory was arrested around 4:30 a.m. And was charged with carrying a concealed weapon in his vehicle. Megan sustained wounds to her feet or her foot at the party, and she was a passenger in the vehicle, which Tory Lanez was arrested shortly after leaving. I'm not sure if he was taking Meg to the hospital or did the fight break out? You know, I mean, did something happen while they were in the car or, you know, when they were leaving? But shots rang out in the Hollywood Hills. On the police report, Megan is listed as the victim and was treated at the hospital immediately after Tory was arrested. Law enforcement say that there were 4 shell casings recovered from outside of Kylie Jenner's house. So the interesting thing is Meg and Tory have been the subject of dating rumors. While neither of them has addressed it, the public speculation, the fans have been saying that because Meg and Tory have been together quite a few times during this quarantine. But Tory Lanez also admitted previously that he has a crush on Kylie Jenner. So we don't know why the 3 of them were together. I'm sure there were other probably celebrities and other notable people possibly at this party. I don't know. We did see the 3 of them on social media together. But did you hear about this? And what is your speculation about what happened?
I did not hear about this. But I don't know, man. Like,
shit, wow.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, Meg, her feet, she got some big ass feet, so that's probably why they got in the way.
Oh, shit.
And then secondly, like, she's way bigger than Tory. Like, that's a weird fucking, that'll probably be, I don't know. I hope that he's like 5 foot. Like, he's a little bitty fella. And then, like,
so, you know, he's been getting roasted since the police report came out because he's listed at 5'3", 120 pounds.
Man.
My niece is probably way more than him. And probably taller than him. 5'3". Meg is like 6 feet.
Yeah, it's a big bitch.
Like, I don't know if, like, that would look so weird. Like, I think, you know, Meg dated Moneybagg, who is probably one of the taller rappers, because there are not a lot of tall rappers. He's probably one of the taller rappers of the group. Her and Tory would just look weird to me, man. Like,
maybe they're just friends.
They could be just friends. Like, are you friends you willing to, you know, possibly catch COVID with? Because Tory be everywhere a little bit, just like the baby was everywhere for a while, like during the quarantine. Like, why you everywhere? Why you at everybody's house? Why you at Raven Simone's house in the middle of a damn pandemic? I don't know if they're dating. This incident, I'm interested to see what comes out of there, because there's not a lot of information around this. I want to know what happened. Somebody definitely bust off. We know that for a fact. Mm-hmm. We don't know if it was Tory, but they found the gun in Tory's car, like unregistered. Why don't niggas get their paperwork right? Like, especially niggas of like that status. Like, if you don't have any reason not to have your paperwork right, why do you think guys don't get their paper? Huh?
Ignorance is bliss. Niggas probably just don't know. Like, a lot of niggas just don't know that you gotta have it concealed and shit like that. And depends on the state laws and all type of shit. So there's a bunch of different rules, but, yeah.
You should know a black man with a gun is a threat.
For sure.
And I don't care who you are. Like, you should understand that at this point in time, even if you don't have the proper education. But these guys get themselves in so much trouble. I would assume, I don't know Tory's finances, but I would assume he's at a place where he can kind of get a bodyguard at this point in time, or have some type of security. But at the very least, you know, get your paperwork right. Like, get your paperwork right. Like, that's a very simple thing. Now he might have a felony. I don't recall Tory having a record, but I didn't look at.
It ain't no felony. A concealed weapon, if it's a registered gun, it ain't no felony.
I don't know if it was a registered gun. They said he was charged with, it
would have said stolen gun if it won't register.
They said he was being charged with a felony. I do know that.
really?
The police report is saying he's being charged with a felony. Now, I don't know the rules in yes, California or Hollywood or whatever the case may be, but he's being charged with a felony. And I mean, who knows if it was his gun? Could have been somebody else's that was in a whip, one of his friends or some shit. He didn't know, like he driving the shit. Like I said, it's not a whole lot of information out there, but I feel like, Tory, was rising, but I also feel like, with this quarantine radio thing, he it opened him up to like that crossover audience where he's now starting to get like the big deals and shit like that. I just don't want him to mess that up. You know what I'm saying? I pray that our black entertainers and especially our black men can, just kind of do what's right. Like, you ain't got to be hood. You ain't got to be street. Like, let's just get this money so we can put other people on. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't fuck your shit up over, trying to be a thug or whatever the case may be. But if you're a 5'3", 120 pound nigga, gun probably weigh more than your ass.
Yeah.
At 120 fucking pounds. That is some light in the ass shit, 120 pounds.
Yeah, it's a little nigga, cuz.
That is a little pocket nigga. He like a Polly Pocket ass nigga. Meg and Tory getting into all this chaos at Kylie Jenner's house is lit as shit.
It's fucking 2020. It's lit.
I call it shit only because I don't want nobody fucking up their career, and I definitely don't want anybody getting hurt in regards to that. But moving along, this thing is full of this little shit is full of violence and arrest. So Brashear Gray from Empire, he played Hakeem, the youngest brother on Empire. So he was taken into custody after a woman identifying herself as his wife called 911 at a gas station. So Brashear Gray, aka Hakeem Lyons, was arrested this weekend on domestic violence charges in Arizona following a 911 call placed by his wife at a gas station. The wife made the call after being given a ride by a stranger she flagged down. She told the person who drove her that she had been assaulted for several hours. She had numerous visible injuries on her body. She said that Brashear strangled her to the point where she lost consciousness. When the police officers responded to the call and went to his home, the nigga refused to come out and discuss the incident. Eventually, the SWAT team arrived, and there were even crisis negotiators.
Yeah, damn.
Like, he had a whole fucking event outside of his crib. He was eventually taken into custody after several hours, at like 7 a.m. in the morning. He was booked on aggravated assault, and disorderly conduct. I don't know what's going on over at Empire. I don't know if there is a curse or just like bad casting. Like all the brothers is going down. Everybody's getting into trouble. Big brother, Juicy Smooth, yay. He got in trouble. Now this nigga in trouble. It just seemed like it's going left. You think it's a curse or just bad casting, like not doing background checks?
I mean, shit, I guess. I mean, I don't know if, I guess, shit. I mean, I don't think it's a curse per se.
Yeah. You know how they say like some shows have curses, like a bunch of people have died or a bunch of people like have fallen on like a bunch of fucking hard times. So I was like, damn, like, is it a curse over that motherfucker? Like,
I don't know, man. Shit weird. That shit sucks though.
I feel like in today's world, if I were in the entertainment business, I would have to get like mental health, like evaluations and shit on
sure.
people before I invest my money. Now, anybody can have a moment and do anything fucked up at any time, but like, I've heard like stories and shit about him, in clubs and shit like that. And I think I read online where he like walked into a club, like towards the beginning of his career. Well, not at the beginning of his career, but when like Empire was like at its height, and went into the club and had the DJ like play one of his fucking songs from Empire, and then like got pissed off when niggas won't turn up to that shit. Like, clearly there's some type of ego issues here, or, you know, Trump-esque qualities, megalomaniac type qualities here. I say that, but also, you know, people's creativity come from their craziness.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, I think all niggas that are creative are slightly off. I think we talked about that last show or a couple shows ago, but yeah, I mean, yeah. And then, you know, once you pop in and your narcissism get in the way, like a lot plays into that. So absolutely, I don't see it being far fetched, but when you know, popping and you ain't as popping as you once were or as you thought, then a lot of, you know, self-doubt, maybe some loathing comes in there, all type of shit, defecation, all that shit comes apart.
No, I definitely feel that. I don't know if it's like, I had a conversation of, you know, like you said, like the narcissism, basically just what you said, but then, you know, you get like drinking and drugs involved. And I'm like, I don't know if the drinking and the drugging enhances this behavior, or if the drinking and the drugging is a way to suppress this type of behavior, and then you just act out when you don't have that. It's kind of like a chicken or the egg type thing. Like, what the fuck is happening? Like, based on reports, like he fucked this woman up pretty fucking bad. Like pretty bad. And I didn't even know he was married. He's a young guy. He's like 26 or 27 years old. Do you think he should, you know, we talked about, Jason Mitchell and like his allegations, and he kind of screwed his career over. Do you think this violence, against women will possibly impact this guy?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will.
Yeah.
You know, down the line, but, we'll see. You know, I mean, for some reason, it's a forgiving country with, you know, certain things. So we'll see, you know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I just think like with COVID and, you know, all of these, instances that we're talking about where, basically domestic violence is like on the fucking rise. I just send out prayers to anybody who is in that type of situation. People, the walls are closing in on motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And even though like shit ain't been locked down like it used to be, it's still limited things you can do and limited places you can go. So essentially you still kind of in the crib, you know what I'm saying? Unless you at the compound pool party.
Yeah, true.
Shout out to Keisha Lance Bottom. She's trying to lock Atlanta back down. I'm really unsure of how she's going to enforce that. Cause the governor supersedes the mayor.
All right.
And niggas still gonna do what they want to do. I literally saw, I got, notifications and shit like that about like different parties and shit like that. And one was like, Keisha said we can't go outside, but Kemp said we can. Ladies free before 11. Like, and these are black parties.
Yeah.
Like niggas just be about that bread, bro. Like, until your whole fucking customer base is fucking sick as a bitch.
Right.
Then what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? I posted something on my page the other day about a dude who posted all this shit about fuck mask and all that. And nigga passed away on 4th of July from COVID.
Yeah, sure real.
I do want to say a get well soon to a coworker of mine. And also a get well soon to two really good dudes I went to college with that are both battling COVID. Chuck, I won't get a last name, and Starks. Went to school with me, yeah, they're battling with COVID.
Damn.
I ain't even know Starks.
Yeah, the nigga we wear the socks all the time. Yeah, that's my nigga. I used to hoop with that nigga. Damn, that's fucked up. I hope he shake back.
Yeah, I hope so too. And I just remember Starks posting like how he was, in the house and, during the quarantine and kind of how he was over it. But the first thing that came to my mind about both of these guys, they're good dudes. They're very social dudes though. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's how they got it. But they are very social dudes, and both of them live in, Raleigh and Durham area. Chuck posted a video. He looked bad, man. He looked bad. He couldn't hardly breathe, but I know he gonna make it out on the other end, man. So I just want to say to those guys and anyone else, any of y'all loved ones or friends or family that's suffering from COVID, just know that shit real, man. When I went home this weekend or whatever, it was super weird because you're not thinking. And we had on masks and things like that, for my mom's things. Yeah.
They come off.
then you pull it down, then you put it back up.
Yeah, then you
pull it down,
weed,
then you put it back up. Yeah, I definitely didn't pass this weekend at all. I told everybody, I was like, it ain't personal. Here goes some green. I'm willing to share, but I'm not smoking behind y'all. Like, That's not what I'm doing. Like, not even my own siblings. Like, I'm not smoking behind y'all niggas, but have at it. But now I'm just like, all right, now I gotta wait a couple days to see if I get any type of like symptoms or some shit like that. Even though nobody that I was around knowingly has it, but nobody ever knows. It's crazy because my coworker that has it, her husband has it, and he asymptomatic.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's what I'm saying. This shit ain't right, yo. This some other shit, yo.
Yeah.
Like, I know motherfuckers who, like, I know a girl who had it and her boyfriend, they was fucking good. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, had sex the day she got fucking confirmed or the day that she got tested and he didn't, you know what I'm saying? And like their kid don't have it. Like, it's the weirdest shit ever. Like, man. Something ain't right. I don't know what it is. It don't pass the smell test. I mean, it's clearly real, but I don't think something ain't right. Something ain't right. I don't know. Yeah.
I agree with you. With you because what make the other layer to her particular story is, so she has a husband and she has an ex-husband. She does co-parenting with her husband and their son plays like basketball. And it's crazy to me too. Like, I know like, kids are getting it, but not at a very high rate, right? So these parents are like going to like these basketball games and baseball games and all that shit. So she was around her ex-husband and her ex-husband is in the hospital with it. Mm. Her current husband, has it, but was asymptomatic. She's down for the count and she tested negative. She got tested the same time her current husband was tested. He came out positive. She came out negative, but she had literally all the symptoms.
Something ain't right, bro. I'm telling you, something ain't right. I don't know what the fuck it is. Something ain't right though.
Some Tuskegee shit.
Something ain't right. I don't know, but something ain't right. Like this shit. Like I've heard so many varying stories. Like this something ain't right. I don't know what it is. But something ain't right. I do know that. I can tell you that.
Yeah. Did you hear your man? I'm gonna get back to leadership, but did you hear your man Trump's answer to why black people are being disproportionate or being killed by the police?
Nah.
Did you hear his response? Mm-mm. Let me tell you what his response was. The lady said, George Floyd's situation you said was unfortunate. Yes, it was. That's what he said. And then he said, she was just like, why are black people being killed like by the police pretty much? And this nigga's response was, white people getting killed too? Mm. Matter of fact, more of them are being killed than black people. Nigga, it's not okay for the police to kill anybody. Like, what? Why is that your retort? Like,
fuck Trump.
What is wrong with this guy? What is wrong with this guy, my nigga? Like, what is wrong with this guy?
People still asking questions. Like, what's wrong with people? That's very true. Like, why are you asking me questions?
Well, these people just try to do their jobs. They still try to get paid.
Man.
By asking this idiot shit. Questions. That's some people's job. That's how they...
I wouldn't, man. Fuck that shit.
Hey, you saying your morals is you not kissing the dude, you not asking Trump questions.
Just let that nigga talk, bro. Like, he's gonna, like, the fuck, man? Like, why are you, what the fuck? Y'all just trying to, like, I don't know, man. Fuck Trump. Fuck everything. Just fuck it off.
Fuck everything. Word. Fuck everything. That's a whole move, man. Fuck everything is a whole fucking move. Anyway, I feel like I know the answer for both of us for this, but Bashir Gray, beating the shit out of a woman is litter shit. Shit. Fuck him. You ain't that talented anyway, my nigga. So we can replace you. Last but not least. So 50 Cent was seen outside of a restaurant throwing furniture the other day. And, do you remember, B, when we talked about 50 Cent, a few months ago where he was dressed very horribly?
Oh, yeah.
And he was out on a date and the rapper asked him to look at his Instagram and they got into a whole kerfuffle, like a whole scuffle.
Yeah.
Well, that rapper's name was NFL Doom. And NFL Doom and 50 came into contact again, a couple of days ago. They got into contact and some shit broke out and some shit went left and some furniture was thrown and fight broke out and all of that. However, the backstory to that per, this rapper, NFL Doom is that Doom gave comedian Jack Thriller, you know Jack Thriller, of thisis50.com, $5,000 to squash the beef between him and 50. Well, allegedly, Jack Thriller took the money, allegedly, unbeknownst to NFL Doom, and never spoke to 50. So NFL Doom is saying he thought when he approached 50, that basically everything was peaches and cream, like everything was squashed.
It very well could have been. The fuck? Like, that's 50, man. Like,
right. He expected too much on bucks.
Questions. Like, the fuck?
Why would you? Listen, I don't understand the game. Like, I don't understand the game. We talk about Tekashi. We talk about other, like, fuck shit that cuts the mustard, now that wouldn't have cut the mustard before 5-10 years ago. Why would you pay a nigga money to squash a beef for you? And then you don't even know that nigga didn't come back to you and say, hey, talk to him. He want to talk to you. He want to whatever. Based on the story that I read, there was, Jack Thriller never got back to the dude to tell him that this conversation happened. Yeah, like, would you?
That's what I'm saying. Like, so what if he comes with like, yeah, nah, he's straight. He don't even, he still want to beef with you. So, but the 5,000 good. Like, what the fuck? Like, shut up, man. Niggas is weirdos.
Niggas is weird. I can't see myself paying a nigga to squash a fucking beef. Like, this ain't no shit where
what's
it's
the going
like,
rate for a beef squash?
I don't know, but I need to get in that business because I feel like I can do some crisis management and some mitigation for $5,000 a pop. Like, yo, listen, son, my man's, he don't really want no beef with you. He's paid for my crisis negotiation services. Can you be friends with this man for $5,000? Right. Shit, he probably could have gave 50 to $5,000.
Right.
Hang on, $5,000. Be my friend.
Word.
Would you pay somebody if you thought they would help your career?
Help my career.
They didn't fuck with you.
Yeah. I mean,
no. I'm talking about a nigga who don't fuck with you, but maybe you feel like they're a gatekeeper of sorts. Would you pay to have that beef squash?
Probably
or if
not,
they can advance your career?
Nah, because I'd be mad as hell if I'm not paying a nigga like 50 for sure. Like, he's a piece of shit.
For
Like,
sure.
He'll take your money and then talk shit like, this bitch ass nigga paid me 5 racks to think we about to swatch the beef.
Right.
Slap shit out of him.
And then tell everybody he ganked you.
That's my point. Yeah. So, I'm straight.
Hey, 50 Cent and NFL Doom is little shit.
I fuck with it. I'm always down for a little fisticuffs.
A little kerfuffle. Hey, I think it's lit because NFL Doom, I think you are fucking stupid. Like, first of all, you cannot force a nigga to look at your fucking Instagram. I get it. Starving artists ask you once, you brush me off, you should just keep it moving. Like, you can't strong arm a nigga into listening to your music. And then you can't pay a nigga to make a nigga not mad at you to listen to your music. Like 50 gonna be like, yeah, I know I was beefing with this nigga, but I did look at this nigga Instagram and now he lit. Like,
right.
Nah, nigga. And it's 50. But just what you said, be like, it's fucking 50. Like, maybe somebody else, but not 50.
Right.
50 get off on making people look stupid.
That's a fact.
So that shit is, shit. You ready to give out some advice?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We're about to get into Ain't Shit in 2 Cents. It's our listener letter segment where we give advice to, listeners who clearly don't care about taking advice from somebody who smoked a little pot, drank a little water, and somebody who's drank a little wine. B, this letter is pretty much addressed to you.
Okay.
So it says, hi, Fresh and B. It says, first she reading us a little bit. It says, I don't feel like y'all went deep enough into the 50 Cent colorism topic. And that's what we talked about last week, where 50 and Wayne talked about, exotic women. Okay. It says, Fresh touched on Regine, but I'm so tired of black men coming for black women. Why do you have to take down black women to express your preferences? Black women are all over the world. Does black not mean you're exotic? I feel like exotic is just another term for non-black. You like non-black women. And if you like that, just say that. If 50 were not rich, these exotic, and she puts exotic in quotes every time, these exotic women wouldn't want him. The crazy thing is they pay for these exotic women to go to Miami, Dr. Miami, to get these black aftermarket body parts like butts, lips, and hips. The same exotic women are trying to be the women that you are so against. Why get a knockoff versus the real thing? I would like to hear from B Hill so that he can make me understand from a male perspective, cause I'm confused how a gorilla looking nigga like 50 and a crackhead looking nigga like Lil Wayne can have the audacity to think that they are too good for women that look just like their mothers, aunts, and daughters. Fresh, please provide your perspective as well, but I really need B Hill to mansplain this shit to me. And this is from Rhonda Q.
Sheesh. Rhonda had some time. Fuck. I don't know. Fuck. I guess, niggas like what they like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I absolutely feel like black women are exotic. If I find a black woman from Africa, she's not from America, so she's exotic to me. You know what I'm saying? So, in terms of what niggas like, niggas just, we, like as Charlemagne says, niggas like think white ice is colder. So like niggas is conditioned to think that, again, all roads lead to slavery. So back in the day, niggas couldn't have white women and shit, right? So, we lusted and pursued them for whatever reason, and we felt like that was, some type of trophy. But more times than not, niggas is with niggas. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's anomalies and one-offs and outliers for every, thing that you get. But again, once you have different options, like Chris Rock said, you're only as faithful as your options. And obviously there's no cheating going on, but them niggas in a different stratosphere and they see a different type of woman on a daily basis that you and I and most people don't necessarily. But, I don't know, man. I think niggas just like what they like. And, once you get to seeing a certain thing consistently, then you start to, have eyes for that shit maybe. And, they kind of just consciously or subconsciously, are lured to these particular women. And, that's it. I don't know. I hope that quenches your fucking thirst in terms of the answer that you were looking for. But I don't know. I love black women. I've always loved black women. I like exotic women too. I like Spanish and all type of varieties and shit, and even a white woman here or there. But what I prefer, just on a fundamental level and a social and any other fucking adjective that you can describe, or pronoun or whatever the fuck the shit is. I enjoy black women. You know what I mean? Just because I can, just the idiosyncrasies of being black, where you can just get to the minutia and certain things, like when you can watch a shot and actually get the joke on real time and know what the fuck shit's going on, like just the nuances of being black. I prefer that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's it. I don't know what else to say in terms of that, but I love black women, and them niggas do too. It's just they got preferences, and once they get to a certain level in life, you start seeing different things, and so niggas be dressing
what
weird.
I hear is the exotic woman is like a status symbol, maybe, like a
but I mean,
Rolex,
it's a bunch of niggas that got black women too, though. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of
it's
niggas.
Not all niggas, but not all niggas. But 50 is a certain type of nigga that fall into kind of like that fuck nigga territory, like a Lil Wayne. Like, you have a lot of black men who have beautiful black wives and girlfriends and things of that nature. I guess for me, like, I don't get for men, and as far as their women and like their status symbols, why would you want someone who only wants you because of your money? Like, because the men that we're talking about, especially a 50, a Wayne, some of these other pro-exotic, rappers or entertainers or black men, period. Like, these women would not want you if you didn't have money. Right. Why are and this is very general. We're asking you to explain on behalf of mankind, but why are men okay with dating a woman that wouldn't date them otherwise?
I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. I guess they just don't really give a fuck. Like, it just is what it is. Like, you to this level, like, you just get to a certain level where it's like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know the bitch is here for X, Y, and Z, but shit, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't blame her type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would rather be with if she, a bitch that got a little something going on too. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I guess that's the only thing that I could think of. Like, niggas just like, fuck it. I don't give a shit.
Ron, I think you made a very good point in regards to, they take these women that are non-black and then pay for them to look black. Like
that too.
That I think that is crazy, but I think
50 girl fine as shit though. She look black though. She got some black in her. Like, 50 girl is not all the way black. I mean, not all the way Cuban.
She's
she bad.
I think she's
though.
Mixed. I think that she's mixed. I mean, there are a lot of beautiful exotic women, if you want to call them that. And again, I kind of agree with Rhonda too, as far as like it meaning like non all the way black. You know what I'm saying? I remember when LaShante used to be considered exotic, right? Because she was half Chinese, and it has. I look at, B, I just get so enthralled in like videos that was like pre 2005, like where women just look totally different. Like, these women that you see in like these 80s and 90s videos would nowhere to be found in a 2020 video.
Yeah.
Like they just had like this natural beauty. You know what I mean? Like, you go and they buy all of these body parts, and then they make these machine looking women. And it's just interesting to me because women are looking weird as fuck. And it makes me uncomfortable only because I have nieces who are very impressionable They're growing up in the internet age. They're growing up in the age where I constantly see all of these women, the Jadas and the Aries and all of these women who are famous for being another nigga's baby mama.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is a weird time that we're living in because these young girls feel like, oh, this is how I'm gonna get popping. I'm gonna get pregnant by a nigga with a little bit of status. That nigga gonna dish you in public. You gonna get to be on the shade room. Then another nigga gonna pick you up. You gonna get to be his girlfriend. And I'm just like, okay, now whose baby mama is this one? Like, you have to have zero talent these days.
Yeah.
Like, zero talent. You on there selling fucking flat tummy tea and shit. And you got 2 million followers. Cause you fucked the famous nigga. Crazy. Watch out for your kids, people. Like, cause these kids are watching this shit. Like, your boys too. Like, they are watching these rappers and these people. Make sure you're just like raising your kids to give them the morals that you want them to have and know that, you know, they can be whatever they want to be without being some fuckboy or some fuckboy's baby mama, man. But anything else you want to say to Rhonda Q, or you feel like you've answered all of her questions?
Black is beautiful, Rhonda.
Hey, black is beautiful. Let us know if B Hill didn't answer all your questions. We need to get him back out there. But, you know, even if some other guys, if y'all want to write into the show to kind of give her some perspective, I'm not a dude, so I don't know. I don't understand. And this is kind of like a very common thing amongst a lot of men. So, Rhonda, let us know. Niggas, write in. Let us know your thoughts on that. If y'all want some advice from us, A1, no copay, right into the Ain't Shit Show at gmail.com. And that's the X where the I would be. You ready to wrap this thing up with some free smoke? Free smoke?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Free smoke is where we talk about all of the fuck shit on free smoke is where we talk about hot button issues, personal topics, anything we want. It could be anything from politics to petty. Now, today's topic, I want to talk about what would you do? I want to talk about if either of us have ever been in situations like this. What would we do in situations like this? Etc. So the first thing I want to talk about is the infamous red table talk that happened 11-12 minutes of Jada and Will kind of confusing us a little bit more. Give me just your kind of like your overall thoughts of that red table before we get into the what would you do portion.
Arrest the murderers of Breonna Taylor. Let's not be distracted. This shit is some bullshit. We have like this shit is some bullshit. I don't give a fuck about these people's marriage. Fuck August Alsina and his fucking singing ass in more than one way. Fucking roll out for his album because this shit is a distraction. That was trash. All this shit is trash, man. Like Breonna Taylor's murder is still at large. And niggas is hanging in fucking trees and they're saying that we're killing ourselves.
Why are we? I'm still confused at why there's not a lot of outrage about that. I think I've said that for the past fucking 4 shows.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. Fuck Jada and Will and their fucking marriage and what the fuck they got going on. The only 2 people that need to be worried about it is them. However, since the question was asked, Will didn't feel like being there. Like nobody felt like niggas was just like, they could have saved that shit. I don't give a fuck. like they didn't know what's nothing. Like, what are we talking about? Like, why are we talking about our relationship for the world? Like, I don't give a fuck. Black Twitter can suck a dick. Like, y'all niggas ain't finna force me, one of the greatest stars of all time, to fucking talk to you about my fucking marriage because a motherfucking, like, a bitch ass nigga came out and said some shit that I told this bitch not to fuck with from the gate. That's what I got from it. Like, bitch, I told you this was gonna happen, and now look at you looking stupid as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So,
I told you this was gonna happen.
Yeah, like, you fuck, like, all the bitches I be fucking and or niggas don't be with the shit. They don't be telling niggas. So, like, told your ass, you stupid. So, yeah, man, you know, like I said, we're just being distracted from the issues at hand. mad shit going on.
I get you. It's mad shit going on. You know, however, life is still happening as well. And, people tune in to hear our perspective on things. So with that being said, I think that, so Jada talks about how they were broken up.
Mm-hmm.
She talks about how her and Will were basically separated. Will alluded to the fact that he was done with Jada. Like, when all of this went down, like, he was done. He said, I was done with you. Which leads me to believe that Jada been doing some fuck shit.
Yeah. Whether it
was cheating or whatever the case may be. Cause they present like this united front, which I give them props for that, cause they're very good at that. They presented like this united front. But they were not really together. He said that August came to them, and he was really, really sick. First of all, they both started calling this nigga Aug, right?
Yeah, don't give your boy toy a fucking, like, I'm not giving your boy toy a pet name.
Nigga, what? Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't get, he was like, yeah, Aug came like this, this is nigga and shit. When you clearly got red eyes, you look like you been crying, you look like you pissed off, you look like you got dragged up that bitch, and now you gotta start acting and doing your Will Smith thing and acting like everything is cool, but them memes were crazy.
Yeah.
But Will was clearly upset. You can tell. I think that when Jada explained the shit, it did sound a little predatory to me. I ain't gonna even lie. The nigga came, he was sick, she was there to help him. It kind of goes back to, what Joe Budden and his group was saying on his podcast a couple episodes ago in regards to, like, seems a little bit creepy. You know what I'm saying? Because Jada said that this happened, and this is another reason why I feel like August kind of lame, because she said that this happened like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
August is only like 27 now. So he was a fresh ass 23, 24 when this was going on. And I feel a little bit conflicted only because I kind of get like a predatory vibe. Like, you were supposed to take care of him. She said that was her job, that she liked kind of taking care of him. And then she got into that infamous word, an entanglement. But on the flip side of that, I'm on that shit like, niggas do that shit every day, B.
Yep.
Like, niggas prey on women every single day. They exploit their weaknesses for their own benefit.
Right.
And Jada was giving fuckboy vibes.
This shit is just weird because them niggas, her kids are like not like a couple years away from him, his age. So that shit is nasty. Like her oldest son.
Men do it all the time.
Yeah.
They got nasty girls that, damn, if it's grass on the field, they play ball. Like, you got fucking 45-year-old men dating 18-year-olds and 20-year-olds. I think when somebody can be your child, it's a little disgusting to me.
Yeah. If you got a child that's like, if you don't have children, not as bad, but if you have a child that like them niggas could have went to school together, that's weird. Like, if you ain't got no kids and you 50 and she 25, okay. But if you got like kids and you got a 22-year-old and you dating like a 27-year-old, that shit is creepy. Yeah.
And do you call him Mr. August?
That's what I'm saying.
Mr. Alcina. What do? You got your See, here's the shit for me, right? You, regardless of what happened, if y'all was separated, whatever the case may be, to me, it seemed like he was brought in. He was kind of like a friend of the family. Then y'all start fucking, and then you still had him being a friend of the family. So you got me hanging out with the nigga you fucking.
Right.
Don't make me look stupid. Don't make me look stupid. Like, that's the number. Like, don't fucking make me look stupid. Like, and I can see why he was upset. What would you do if you were separated. Would you feel like that gives you the green light to do what you want to do? Or are you technically still married? What would you do?
I would have a discussion. Like, what are we doing? Like, are we able to?
Okay.
Like, communication is the key for me. So, like, if we're separated, are we like, what terms do we have? Like, are we in separate houses, or like, are we seeing other people? Like, you gotta, put that on the table as far as like what the stipulations of this fucking arrangement are. You know what I'm saying? So if we separated to the point where we like trying to just see what's good and chill out and find ourselves, then yeah, I mean, just chill. But if we separated and like it's looking bleak, then yeah, I'm gonna start dating and shit. And I don't expect you not to. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Yeah. And they've been together for like 25 years, and it seemed like they just holding on to the fact that they were married 25 years, nigga.
For sure.
I'm a firm believer in just because, shit, we've been together for 25 years. If I'm unhappy, that don't mean I'm about to be unhappy for the next 25 years to hold on to that previous 25 years.
Right.
Shit, people have reasons and seasons. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that season will last forever. Maybe that season has a expiration date. Would you stay in a bad marriage?
Nah.
What would you do? If your marriage was bad, would you stay in it?
Nah.
Would your kids play a factor?
Yeah, I'm not staying in the bed. Nobody's worth my happiness at all. And I've said that a million times on the show. And so no, I'm not saying, like, if I'm unhappy, I can't be no good to nobody. So no, I'm definitely not staying in the same marriage. Now, like, legally, would I be like, get divorced? We'll have to figure that out because that shit costs a lot of money. But in terms of like us having like living in the same house and doing all that shit and being like at odds with each other for every day, I couldn't do that shit. Fuck no.
I couldn't do that either. I couldn't stay in a bad marriage. I think you actually kind of gave a great example for if you were separated, like communication. Like, communication is key. I don't know exactly why they were separated, but it could have been on some shit where somebody was already fucking around. You feel like you don't get back.
Right. I
always say I've never been in a situation where I've knowingly been cheated on and took somebody back, but I do know me, and I feel like I wouldn't take somebody back. However, I do know if something went down and I was in a trance enough to take somebody back, I'm like, Will, I'm getting you back. I know that about me. Like, I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I'm just saying it's the me thing that I would do, because I would have to satisfy that in me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not about to do that. That's why I say, like, anybody that, I've been in a relationship with, I was like, yo, if you cheat on me and I take you back, I'm cheating on you. So we might as well just break up.
All right.
Cause what's good for the goose ain't never good for the gander. Like, I feel like B Hill when I said that. What's good for the goose ain't good for the gander. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing that. That's just the type of person I am. Do you think you would feel emasculated if you cause again, Jada seems like the fuckboy in this situation, even though she kind of alluded that maybe Will has probably had his transgressions as well.
Yeah, I'm sure he has. Only, like Chris Rock said, you're only as faithful as your options. So I'm pretty sure Will's had quite a few women to run up on him. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, he's a handsome guy. He's the biggest fucking star in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't just like, go to work, come home type shit. It's pretty difficult when you cross the world in fucking Indonesia or some shit. Pretty sure they got some bad bitches in Indonesia. You know what I'm saying?
These exotic bitches in Indonesia. Sure. If you're in a country where all the women are is that still considered exotic? Cause you regular there.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
So exotic is anything other than where you are from, I guess.
That's all relative.
So to other people, American women are exotic.
Hell yeah.
Gotcha. If you were you are Will in this situation, what would you do? How would you move forward?
I wouldn't do a fucking red table. Fuck all y'all. Y'all can suck my dick. Like, I'm not putting my fucking relationship on fucking display for all y'all. But,
yeah, I feel that.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we just have to have a conversation, man. Like, is where we at? Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, cause they very well I'm pretty sure they're broken up. You know what I'm saying? Or, who the fuck knows? I don't know. I don't fucking know. Maybe they had the crib. But yeah, it just has, conversations not filmed for fucking mass consumption. But yeah, just gotta have some conversation, maybe some counseling if you're willing to work on it. But I think it starts from like what you want to do. You want to make this shit work or do you not? Cause I'm fine either way. Like if you want to make it work, I'm with you. If not, I'm with you on that too. So let's just draw a line in the sand and figure that shit out from that point on.
I think I'm kind of on, what homeboy said to Molly on Insecure. What are you fighting for?
Right.
Like, y'all clearly want to date other people. Listen, what we do know is that Will Smith clearly doesn't really break up with anybody. He still goes on trips with his exes and shit, talking about he co-parents into a fucking 28-year-old man. Damn, his son older than August.
Yeah.
That's crazy. If I were Will, I would just say, like, you break up. We still can be cool. We still can hang out because I'm sure the reason that y'all want to remain in this because y'all feel like y'all have like a friendship or something like that. And I'm a person, I believe in that. Like, I've never been in a relationship in my adult life with anybody that was not my friend first. I have to want to hang with you. Like, I have to want to hang out with you. I have to want to be around you. Like, I want to be around my friends. Like, it can't be like strictly this thing where we're just romantic partners and we live in this house together. Like, I need you to be one of the homies. Like, we need to be able to kick it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we can still be friends. So, sometimes that gets me in trouble. However, I feel like you can be friends with your exes. I feel like they should be friends. If it were me, we would just be friends and continue. We will break up, or I would say, let's just have an open marriage. I feel like the confines of your marriage is what you two agree on. It doesn't have to be no traditional shit. Don't nobody have to understand y'all shit but y'all.
Right.
But I feel like whatever rules and guidelines you set, then everybody needs to respect those guidelines. And they don't have to be traditional guidelines. It could be, Friday night is date night. So you can't fuck no other niggas on date night. I don't know. I wouldn't be in an open marriage. But for these two, I think that would be an option. So what would you do for this situation is open marriage or pretty much break up? Because I think y'all pretty much done.
Yeah,
and
I think they just can be friends, keep it moving.
Yeah, that we ride together, die together, bad marriage for life. That shit won't even funny.
Yeah, no, that's
y'all look crazy
toxic
out here.
Yeah, it's not good.
Toxic, yes. But I love the way Jada tried to Ayala Von Zet her way through that shit, like it was like this spiritual thing and all that. No. You saw this nigga, you fucked this nigga, you took advantage of this fucking sick dude. And now this nigga being a lame and running around telling everybody. She did say, August, was upset because her and Will, I guess, was trying to work it out and then he ghosted her and he wouldn't talk to her no more. But they both was just like, this happened so long ago and that they have went through counseling and all of that. But like, eventually, you can't keep putting glue on some shit that's broken, in my opinion.
That's true.
So, that's me. The next, what would you do? So, SZA posted this story online about catching ex-boyfriend cheating on her. She said, I caught my ex fucking my homegirl from the back at a house party. I checked every single room in the house and they were in the last one. Oh my God. The sick thing is she is the one who invited me to the party. Everyone thinks they become King Kong in that situation, but I really said, oops, sorry. And I closed the door real fast face full of tears, and I walked home in the dark and cried. If you found your girl in the bed with your homeboy, he was fucking her from the back, what would you do?
I have no idea. That's like she said, everybody has like what they say they would do until they get done with it. But I'd probably go crazy. But then I don't know. It depends. Cause like, I don't know. Bitches ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit. So like, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I do, to be totally honest. Cause like scenarios that you've never encountered, when you encounter them, you really have no idea how you're going to react. Like that shit might just throw you off, and you might do a oops, my bad, and close the door, or you might shoot the fucking place up. Like I've seen, I've heard tales of both. So, you really don't know until you in that position. I don't know, man. It depends on what state I'm in too. You know what I'm saying? If I'm high, if I'm drunk, like it's just a bunch of different, variables in terms of that. But one would think I'd get angry, but then maybe, I don't know. I might just like, fuck it. I don't even give a shit. Like it depends where we at in our relationship. Like fuck this bitch.
What if it's your wife? You come home, you see your wife.
I'm probably shooting the place up.
You're like, yeah, I'm probably shooting the place up. I think for me, again, like you said, you don't know what you would do. I really don't think oops, sorry is in me, to be completely honest. Like, y'all not about to finish this shit.
Right.
Y'all not about to just finish this shit. Like, I'm not about to close the door like, these niggas gone. I feel like I'm more shoot the place up like you. However, I think at the very least, we ain't going away peacefully.
Right.
We not, because I think the fact that you my homegirl and you my nigga, that's double betrayal right there, versus you having to deal with like just your significant other fucking some unknown person. But I feel like that level of disrespect would have me fucking enraged. And if I'm at a party, I probably showed up lit anyway. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I probably showed up to the party lit as fuck. So I'm definitely going the fuck off. Now, Keke Palmer responded to SZA and said, been there, except it was a man. Now get into it. If you found your chick in the bed with another chick, would your reaction be different? What would you do?
I don't know. I'd still probably like, I'd be floored. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'd probably get aroused, but then I'd be like, yo, I don't know what the fuck. Like, what the fuck is going on? You know
hey, I'm mad, Dick. What you doing? We supposed to be mad. Calm down.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That shit's crazy. I mean, like the mother of my kids and shit, like that shit would be wild. Like in my house and my kids are there, some shit like that shit would be crazy. It's a million different variables in terms of the stories. You know what I'm saying? Like how it could fold out, but I don't know, man. Mm-hmm. That would suck. Either way, it would suck. Like, I just hate to be in that position.
It would suck, but what would your reaction be? Like,
I can't, that's what I'm saying. I have no idea. Like, I can't say if I'd be mad or if I'd be like, what the fuck going on? Like, god damn, y'all be, like, who knows? Like, nobody knows until you faced with that situation. That's the wild part about, like, being surprised and shit and, like, taken aback. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people react like, shoot the motherfucking place up. Some people just don't. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know where I would be. Like, it depends where I'm coming from. It depends on, it's so many different things that if I had a rough day at work, like, bitches might get slapped. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I think you know you innately. Like, even if you don't act the way that you think you would, you kind of know you. And you like, in this situation, I would probably feel this way. Nobody know you better than you. Yeah, and I feel like if I were in that situation, like it was a girl on girl situation, like I would still be pissed off. I'm still shooting the fucking place up. If I were to be dating a fucking nigga and walked in and saw this nigga with another nigga, I think I would be more floored in that instance. Like, I think in that instance, it would hit me as a more of a confused, I don't know how I will react to that situation. Like, cause I think that would be, for me, I think it would be like more of a shock thing. Like, people cheat all the fucking time. And, you know, I'm 50% optimist, 50% pessimist. So, like, people cheat. Like, you can almost expect that. But like walking in on your nigga, like, and he bent over and he getting fucked by another nigga, like that's not only like a betrayal from you cheating on me, it's a betrayal that you didn't even tell me that you like niggas. I didn't know you were gay. You didn't even give me the option to pick if I wanted to be with you. Like, I probably would be less violent in that situation only because I'm confused like fuck. Like, what the fuck? Like, I think that would be a situation where I might close the door for a minute and then have to process this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm probably going to get it back. But yeah, I just see it either way ending poorly for me. Like, I really do. I really do see it ending poorly. Either way it goes. Last, what would you do situation? So, not related to, sex or cheating or anything like that. Viola Davis, and it goes kind of back to what we talked about acting and roles and things like that. And we talked about, you know, being gay, doing gay roles and shit like that. But Viola Davis, said that she felt like it was a mistake for her to do The Help. She said that it catered to white audiences. You've already talked about the fact of what you wouldn't do. Like, it's against, you know, your beliefs and shit to do.
For sure.
You're not playing a slave. Even if you were playing like Nat Turner or some shit, you still wouldn't play a slave. And that's your career.
Well, yeah, like in terms of a rebellion, yeah, like I wouldn't be the slave, like just getting whipped and fucking subservient and yes, master and dying. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So if you were just starting, you wouldn't be like a slave extra.
Nah, I doubt it.
Okay.
I doubt it. Like, I'm just tired. Like, I'm not signing up for slave movies. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even like trying to watch some shit. So I definitely wouldn't be a part of like trying to be, you know, in them shits and representation unless it's, you know, a Django or or a Nat Turner or some shit with a rebellion. Yeah. Like, when, you know, dying on my sword and yeah. But, nah.
Yeah.
Unless it, I like, it would have to be, it depends on the story, but it would have to be like something like of a revolution or a reemergence or, you know, like a feel good, not a feel good story, but like basically like coming out of slavery and being like a Frederick Douglass. Like I could be a Frederick Douglass or some shit like that who was once a slave and then, you know, transcended their circumstances and became who they are. But, it'd have to have some triumph or, you know, in it. But it
gotta be like a slave with honor.
It's not 12 years a slave. It's not Toby. I'm not being none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not doing that shit.
So you wouldn't tell the real story of a black person if their whole story is pretty much they were brought into slavery and they died a slave.
At this point, no. We've seen that a million times over. We know that it's nothing new. We've seen that movie. Like that's one of my catchphrases, but I've actually seen that movie. So like, there's nothing new that I'm learning from that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool. I seen Amistad. I seen fucking Roots a million times over. I seen all that shit. Like, I'm straight.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to know what the fuck happened to my people. Like, I've seen it and I know it, and I've gone to the slave fucking barracks. I've seen, you know, slave auctions. I know all that shit. Like, I know all that shit very well. So I'm cool.
I think for me, I don't really feel like, I feel like kind of the help was not as, I do feel like it kind of catered to white audience a little bit, but I don't feel like it was that bad. Like, they was giving them like the shit pies and shit like that. Like, I like seeing movies in which, you know, black people getting over on white people, you know what I'm saying, as much as I can. I wouldn't even necessarily place that movie in like a role like that. Like, I'm sure Viola Davis has her reasons. Of course, I'm only reading 2 paragraphs about it, but, I don't know. I don't feel like that was a bad movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like that was an oppressive type movie where white people looking at it like, ha ha ha, that's what's up. That's how we had them niggas back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, Viola Davis and, what's my other girl name? Funny looking. I love her though.
Olivia? Is it Olivia?
No. The one who played in Ma and, is her name Olivia? Octavia.
I knew it was
Octavia Spencer.
Yeah.
I think they did a good, I think they did a good job in that movie.
That's a good movie.
I would do, if I was an actor, I would, do a movie like The Help. And I'm kind of with you as far as doing a movie, whereas if that person were a slave, what role did they play in history? You know what I'm saying? Like if they had a significant role in history to tell that particular story of that journey. So I could do a journey story. I don't necessarily know about being like an actor just starting out and being in a position to where you can just like kind of pick your roles and shit like that, because you kind of have to start from the bottom, you know? You kind of have to pay your dues, and you have to be willing to do some things. But I don't know. I feel like we're at a point right now where everybody is kind of going back and rewriting history. A lot of it is for the good. Some of it, it is not. So just a very interesting time that we are in. I want to thank y'all for listening. Make sure y'all subscribe to the show. Check us out at, theaintshitshow.com. Y'all know that's the expert I would be. We're on Twitter, IG, Facebook, all that. You can listen to us anywhere where you listen to podcasts, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And, you know, we like to end the show with a quote. And today's quote is, keep your attention on your intentions. And until next week, Black Lives Matter, wash your hands, wear a mask, manifest your destiny, and the marathon continues. And we out.